Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, gentlemen of the press, His Excellency is here accompanied by some members of the Benue State Executive Council who are here
For the support you have given to me and my government all this while. I think I must commend the fact that the media in Nigeria have been of great support in supporting the stand of Benue State in ensuring the rule of law, peace for our people, and security for our people. And you don't have the guns, but you have the voice and you have the pen. And greatly you have impacted positively on the government of Benue State to achieve the successes. The relative peace we have today, you supported us to let the president and the security agencies know that we needed support. And today, in Benue State, we are relatively calm. And for me, I'll continue to stand on the side of the truth. I pledge to the people of Benue State and my country, Nigeria, that I will lead with the fear of God. And I will usher in transparency in all that I do, fairness, equity, justice, accountability, selflessness, reconciliation. And I've been able to carry this out faithfully from 2015 to date. And I've always said that I can be corrected. And I've subjected myself to anything or policy that is superior against what I do in Benue State. So at all times, I'm willing. And of course, the people who are on ground and who are conversant with contemporary issues, I always feel very happy to interact with you, not just as governor, as one of your colleagues, to see how we can get things moving forward for our country, Nigeria. The challenges we have today in Nigeria, I must say that they are beyond partisan politics. They are beyond individuals. They are beyond sentiments. They are beyond ethnicity. It requires all of us to come together to surmount it. It's not by keeping quiet, but it's by always speaking out and trying to correct wrongs that exist. And truly, some people may not know if they are not told. And so we have the right, especially for the media. The media must be in the forefront at all times to ensure that we get this. We don't have any other country other than Nigeria. And for me, it is our responsibility to come together and see how we can create an environment that there will be security for all, the economy will boom so that we can provide jobs for our children and grandchildren, so that there will be food security for our people, and then there will be peace, so that we can carry on with life until the day that God will appoint us to leave this earth. And so once again, I thank you very much for coming. And if there are issues you want me to clarify, please, you're welcome. For security, for Benue State, and for Nigerians. And it is not a new thing. I'm not calling for a new policy of government. I'm just asking for an upgrade of the existing policy on gun licenses in our country, Nigeria, because of the level of sophistication of criminal activities and banditry activities and terrorism that is going on. Before now, or right now, the policy on ground on firearm is at the local government level, the local government is entitled to issue firearm limited to den guns. At the state level, and of course at the national level, I think the policy is that double-barrel gun, pump action, licenses can be given to people at this level. But you agree with me that there is no way AK-47 can compete with den gun or double-barrel or even pump action. So at least if the criminals know, the bandits, the terrorists know that where they are visiting to attack, to kill, to destroy property, and steal, that people around there too may have sophisticated weapons like they have, then they will caution themselves. But where they walk into people, and we are seeing that everywhere, kidnappers, armed robbers, none of them carries den gun or double-barrel gun or pump action. They carry sophisticated weapons like AK-47 or AK-49 or AK-70. I don't know how many number to ascribe to it, but they carry sophisticated weapons. And we cannot just fold our arms. So for me, that call was from my heart, and is my own way of genuinely calling on government to see if they can issue licenses. Those who feel that, it will bring anarchy, I say that already we have existing policy on ground. So it's just an upgrade based on the sophistication. In the 60s and in the 70s, we never had people carrying AK-47 and AK-49 and killing people in the manner that is happening today. So for me, I am saying that as governor of Benue State, I have not spoken to my colleagues, and I did not discuss with anyone. But I think, right to the presidency, who have the authority to see the process of legislation or policy that can allow people to carry this gun. And it's in the best interest of everyone, because insecurity is a major problem in Nigeria today. It is not hunger. Nobody is talking about the economy again. Where you're not safe, how can you do investment? How can you go and borrow money from the bank and invest where you know that your investment is not safe? And tomorrow you're killed. That investment is destroyed. So we must, as Nigerians, find ways, just like we did. For us in Benue State, when these jihadists came with hiding under Fulani herdsmen, we said no. We saw it from the beginning. And we said no, these people are not coming to rear cattle. They are coming to take over our land. And they did not hide it. They said it. The Fulani jihadists had press conferences, and they say, the media, you are aware of this. It is there on the social media. Go and Google and you'll see it. And they said it's a continuation of 1800 jihad to take over Nigeria and make it an Islamic country. Nigeria is a secular country. Everybody is allowed and should be allowed to practice his religion. If you want to be a pagan, that is your own business. Going to heaven is the individual responsibility. It cannot carry your wife or children. So people should be allowed to practice their religion in this country. But there is no way the Fulani jihadists will come and tell us that they are coming to take over Nigeria, because Nigeria is the only country that belongs to them. And they are following these words with action. So when people try to divert attention, I just feel so sad that we should understand that there is an agenda and it is being prosecuted. It is going on. I'm happy. I did raise alarm several years ago that the Fulanis that are coming to Nigeria and killing and destroying, mining, raping, and causing all kinds of destruction are not even Nigerians. How can we have a country that will allow foreigners to come from Mali, from Niger, from Senegal, from Ghana, from all over the place, from Cameroon, that they want to take over Nigeria? It is impossible. Nigeria is fast growing with its population. From 1950, that the population was less than 40 million people. Today, we're over 200 million. For God's sake, the land sea remains at 923,000 square kilometers, and even less because of the ceding of Bakassi to the Cameroons. So where do you want us to go and reside? For Benue State, it is the food basket of the nation, and we have decided that we must ensure that we develop agriculture. And that was why we enacted a law. And for now, that law is very, very effective in Benue State. We have arrested over 400 herdsmen, and some are not even Fulanis. The majority of them are Fulanis. We have arrested and we have prosecuted them. And today, we have convicted more than 130 herdsmen who are already serving various jail terms, and some have paid fines and all that. And we have arrested over 9,000 cattle. But as the law stipulates, once you pay fine, we release them to you, and you transport them. You no longer go on foot with those cattle within Benue State. So our law is very effective and is working. And I must commend the security agencies for standing with us, for supporting us to ensure that we implement this law. The issue of foreign herdsmen coming, I'm happy that the Inspector General of Police, some few days ago, did say that these herdsmen are not Nigerians. That is what I said about 2-3 years ago. I knew it. I'm not a security expert, but as governor, I have briefing. And I was able to do my independent investigation and know that these people are coming for an agenda. Nigerians must wake up. If we don't wake up, we'll all be consumed, and there'll be no country like Nigeria. But I love Nigeria. I've traveled around the world, and I've seen that Nigeria remains one country with multiple opportunities to make things work. We must get it work. And no person coming from America or Europe or China or anywhere that will come to Nigeria to make things better for us. It is we Nigerians that have the responsibility to make things right. We must stand by the truth. We must obey the rule of law. The democracy that we are practicing is anchored on the rule of law. Why is our laws not respected? Why are these herdsmen above the law? Why can't they be subjected to the law of this country, even if they are foreigners? They have no respect. They come into this country illegally without papers, and they are allowed to go scot-free. Why should they? Why are people? I heard people complaining that Ortom called for sophisticated weapons, then there will be anarchy. How about the Fulani herdsmen who are carrying AK-47 and kidnapping everybody around, raping our women, and destroying our villages and towns and all that, and becoming a terror to us? How about they? Why can't we collect these sophisticated weapons from them? Have they ever been arrested? How many of them have been arrested? Yes, my word that some have been apprehended and arrested, but majority of them are still there with those AK-47. So that is the point. We are managing, and I did commend the security agencies, the ones we have. You know, they are controlled by the federal government, but they are actively supporting us to ensure that we implement our laws, we enforce our laws. So we'll continue to depend on the security agencies to support us to enforce our laws. As of today, Benue State is relatively calm, but I think this is a suggestion that the federal government should take up seriously, because it is done, not just in Nigeria, in America. People are licensed to carry sophisticated weapons. So, but life is still going on. So why can't it be done in Nigeria? But there are bodies that are responsible for legislation, and the federal government is also responsible for policy, and it is left for the federal government to look at it if my suggestion can be carried. But for me, I still stand with my suggestion. One of my cardinal objectives contesting for governor was to ensure that we industrialize Benue State, taking on the entire agricultural value chain and using the agricultural produce as raw materials for the industries that were to be established. And of course, it's not just about government. If you look at the global economy today, no government is patronizing commercial enterprise. It is the private sector. And of course, Benue State alone do not have the resources or the industrialists that could have done this. Coming from the background of a former Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, I was well equipped to ensure that we industrialize and be off-takers for the small stakeholders, farmers. This was going on. Then the issue of herdsmen came in, the issue of armed banditry and the issue of armed robbers and kidnappings came in. But as of today, I can tell you that we're doing good. A lot of people have made contacts, and we are working with the Bank of Industry to provide funding. We have set aside about 2 billion naira for those who can take off, especially on processing, micro processing, medium scale, and then large scale. Those who are ready to do this, we are ready to partner with them with the support of the Bank of Industry to ensure that they establish such things. Because the main challenge has been off-taking. They were almost overcoming the issue of farming compared to the last 4 years that the herdsmen were all over the place. But with the enforcement of our law, our farmers are able to go back to farm. Periodically, we have issues of guerrilla attacks from these herdsmen who don't now come with cattle, because if they get into Benue State with cattle, they will be arrested and prosecuted. And so, but they come in. They have vowed that they will make Benue State ungovernable and make things difficult for us in Benue. But we're not going to be deterred. So we are on the same page with you. Our intention as a government is to take advantage of where we have comparative advantage. And agriculture remains one place, because some raw materials, some agricultural produce are raw materials for several other process or finished products. So we have the advantage and we have the capacity. Recently, we are working with the central bank to see how we can do more land clearing, rice cultivation, soybean, granules, and so many other agricultural products does well. In fact, almost every agricultural produce does well in Benue State. We have 2 rivers, River Benue and River Kasinala, that we can even do irrigation farm. So all around the year, we can take the opportunity and do agriculture in Benue State. So we're on the same page with you. This is going on, and some stakeholders are coming up on this within Benue State. But the challenge has been getting foreign direct investment or other people from other parts of our country to come into Benue State and invest because of the huge security problems we inherited. And it was pretty difficult, and no one can come in and invest where his investment is at risk of destruction, and then even himself or herself may, in the course of coming to Benue, may have some security challenges. But now that the place is relatively calm, I believe that more people will come. Company borrowed money from Exim Bank, and the C of O for the hotel was mortgaged with the bank. And there are issues because of non-payments of the facility. And the banks have written, and the clause in the agreement was that if the borrower was not able to pay back the loans, take over the hotel and then pay the debt. But this is what I inherited. It wasn't done during my period. But government is a continuous, so I accept responsibility. That is what we're discussing with the company, and then Exim Bank. I think we'll arrive at something. But that is where we are. The issue of the campaign, I think I have put this to rest during my the last PDP convention, Congress in Benue State, I have said that it was true. The APC did reach out to me that they wanted me to come back to APC. But I did appeal to them that this is democracy. I needed to consult with the people. And I consulted with the people. And in the Congress, there was resounding no. I put the question to them 3 times, and they said, no, I should not leave, I should remain in PDP. So I remain in PDP. And I think that put to rest the point. I'm in PDP. As a party man, I pray that God will help us to win election, not just in Benue State, but even at the federal level. And I don't want to be an orphan in the North Central Zone. I want to have other colleagues, not just in other parties, but in my same party that can support me. 2019 elections are gone. We're preparing for 2023. So we have to re-strategize. And those things that caused our defeat was just some minor issues of disagreement here and there. And we intend to reconcile all the stakeholders in all the states, and we'll see how we can fight to retain power in 2023. The river is shallow, and until it is dredged, the flooding that we experience usually comes from the river to the drainages. And so until the river is dredged, then it can accommodate much water. And so it remains a priority project. We'll continue to remind federal government. We know the challenges that are there, but if they can prioritize it, Benue people will be relieved. And so we'll continue to fight. It is beyond us. On community policing, this is a policy that all the North Central governors and the Inspector General of Police met some time ago, and we jointly agreed that to augment the capacity and the strength of the Nigerian police, we need to do something that will arise from the community to support the police. So it's a policy that we engage the rural people, and government is told to find ways of giving them stipends, but the police will train these recruits. Already we have done the recruitment from all the wards. The 276 wards, recruitment have been done. So I think the next thing is for the training to take place. I believe that the 13 billion that was approved will support the logistics of training these people and so on. Otherwise, we had undertaken that the local government and state will jointly see how they can provide stipend. And these people will report to the police and support the police, but they will work hand in hand with vigilante groups where they have, like we have in Benue State, and of course, like the livestock guard, they will work together. But all will be subjected to the Nigerian police wherever they are. Very much. Stay safe. COVID-19 is real. God bless you.
Thank you.